Yo, shout out to Sir Bravian for such a magnificent song. So, kick it off, bruv. The whole slate is coming. Let's get it.
Divers 2 hit like a thunder roll. Shook the PlayStation faithful right down to their soul. They thought
Come on in, guys.
Were a fortress wall. But
we have
now
to talk.
Those walls, they start to fall. Final Fantasy Remake, Death Stranding 2, showing up on Xbox. What you gonna do? Fanboys crying, petitions in hand, but real gamers just understand. Spoke with your wallet, but you stood still. Now Xbox to experience the whole damn thrill. Whole slate's coming, Joel and Ellie too. Whole slate's coming, intergalactic coming through. Whole slate's coming, watch Killzone ignite.
Where is factions?
She gone, man.
Last of Us taking a brand new ride. Shadow of the Colossus standing by Xbox's side. Uncharted treasures ready to show. Sackboy packing up and he's ready to go. Bloodborne shadows creeping slow. Ratchet and Clank putting on a show. Could've stopped this if you bought the game, but you just whined and now it's all the same.
Yeah, buddy. Well, as you guys know, it's a beautiful Sunday, and this week was a big week because the amount of news that came out this week, it is crazy. The two main topics that are dominating the news cycle this week was a big PlayStation studio closing down, and of course, Xbox leadership change. But we'll talk about all that. But before we do what we do, let me just give a shout out to the chat. Let me say shout out to Professor Strong, the only professor we need in these streets. Shout out to you, man, Professor Strong. He says, let's get it. We have Other Zinc. Shout out to you, Other Zinc. And of course, Anonymous Boss with the apples and grapes. Shout out to you, Anonymous Boss. Island Girl Gaming, that's the wifey there, man. Island Girl Gaming. We have a Phoenix Freestar. Phoenix, how you and the family doing, man? And we have guidelines. We all need guidelines in life. What are your guidelines, guys? As you guys come in, hit the like button. We have a phenomenal cast of persons on the panel tonight, and of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if this is the first time you are here. And we don't forget to support the boy. Let's keep the lights on in the back end of this thing, man. Support the boy. You can become a member, throw something in the chat. Now, how you guys doing? Mellow, Game Trailers, how you guys doing?
What's good, people? What's going on? I'm pretty good, man. I'm better than what that news was when it first dropped. So
right.
I know we're gonna talk about it, but yeah, man.
We're gonna talk about it. And Game Trailers, what about you, man? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. We have a snowstorm right now, but I'm good. I'm good.
All right, man. You better put on that heater, man. Put on that heater. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, guideline, shout out to you. We have Trucknet, shout out to you, Trucknet. So the first story we're going to talk about is Game Pass. Now, I want to show you guys what we are expecting for Game Pass in the coming months. Because I'm not going to lie, Game Pass is looking pretty good in the next coming months. So guys, you're gonna get some of the smaller news out, and then we will get to the big news, big dogs, right? So let me show you guys what we have in store for Game Pass this month here, right? Let me see if I can find it or throw it up on the screen here. You know how these things go. Okay, look at here. So this month we have Death's Howl. But not this month, but coming soon. We have College Football 26. That's for Game Pass Ultimate. Then we have for Ultimate and Premium, we have The Witcher Wild Hunt Complete Edition. And we have TCG Card Shop. We have Dice Million, Towerborn Final Fantasy 3, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. A game that was up for Game of the Year. These are some big titles, guys. What do you guys think about the upcoming months here for Game Pass?
Oh, this stuff already rolled. Yeah, this rolled out already.
All would have rolled out already, right?
Yes, I think instead of Kingdom, I think that was probably in there too. But anyway,
right.
The college joined. They end up dropping Madden. I've been playing Madden and putting, went in the Discord, beating the crap out of them. Only 18 hours in. I gotta do my shout out to myself on that. But not a real Final Fantasy fan, but for the people that is out there for it, definitely for them. Witcher, if you haven't played, you definitely should have. Dope game. It's again, much value. If you ever having a drought and you need something to play, Game Pass on the way.
Come on, man. I'm seeing your slogan. Game Pass we trust, and Game Pass we trust.
Game Pass we trust.
But what about you, Games Hero, Game Trailers? What do you think about this lineup here for Game Pass?
All right, I think it's solid. We finally got college football. I'm putting some work in there. I'm Madden. I gotta play Towerborn.
So
I never played it. Yeah. I never played that.
Oh, that's a really good game.
Yeah, I heard it's a good game. Now I really want to play Kingdom Comes Deliverance 2, but I never played the first one. So I might play that. Yeah, and The Witcher 3. Yeah, that's The Witcher 3. So overall, it's a solid month. These are bangers. Like these are like
I don't know if
big
it's
AAA games. But, oh, go ahead, Pastor. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Tell me something, chat. Are you hearing the stream breaking up? I don't know if it's me alone, but I'm hearing the stream breaking up. But we'll rock with it. So, Game Pass is looking phenomenal again for this month and the upcoming months. Let's see what else, Microsoft would put into Game Pass as the months go on. But Again, we are seeing value in Game Pass, right? Now, I'll tell you something, guys. One of the things that Sony was doing this generation, they were diversifying their catalog. They bought not Crunchyroll, or rather, they bought the anime studios. They also would have bought Evo, and since then, we would have seen a lot of things develop with Evo. But news is coming out, guys. This news, I think this news just broke, but I believe Evo is changing hands. They're saying traditions, values, and ideas will remain unchanged. Saudi Arabia now has full control of Evo. So Evo no longer belongs to Sony, it belongs to Saudi Arabia. So according to an official business update, the Quadia investment company has acquired full ownership of Evolution Championships Series, Evo. Now, Mello, why would Sony want to sell Evo? Is it that it wasn't making money for them? I'm trying to understand, why would Sony sell Evo? Mello, do you think the main reason why Sony is selling Evo is because Sony...
It's like, I can't eat! I'm broke!
You think so, Mello? Or Game Trailers? What do you think? Why do you think Sony have to sell Evo? You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I have no idea. Look, I'm not a fighting game fan, so selling Evo because it broke. Like
I don't know. I don't know why Sony.
I have no idea.
I don't know why they want to sell it. Let me say shout out to Phoenix Freestyle again. Hey, the Archangel. Shout out to him. Great stuff there. Don't forget the MD. Shout out to the MD. We have Flex. Shout out to you and the family, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like buttons, guys, as you guys comment. So yeah, Sony no longer has ownership of Evo.
Evo. Now, yeah, I'm not a fighting game fan.
That Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me?
It goes on to say that yeah, we can hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it goes on to say that consolidating control of the iconic fighting game tournament under Saudi Arabia backing. Despite the shift in ownership, organizers emphasize that Evo's traditional values and identity will remain unchanged. The Evolution Championship Series has officially entered a new era. So there is a big change here in Evo. Now, Evo, of course, was not how they used to be, because I know they used to carry on when they had like the Smash tournaments. They were really big, but things changed so far, and I'm not hearing much about Evo. But let's see what Saudi Arabia could do with Evo. Let's see what they can do. Yeah, who's this here? Right. So again, it has changed. Evo is no longer for Sony. So again, we are all speculating the reason why Sony sold Evo is because
like, I can't eat! I'm broke!
Shout out again to Sony. Let me say shout out to Adidas 20 for a member for 16 months. Salute! And great editing as usual. Hey, I try, man. Adidas, I try. Shout out to Adidas there, man. So again, this is what we are seeing happening this week. Now, one of the, how to say, medium big stories is what Sony would have told their gamers to their face. And I'm very surprised that not much persons are talking about this. Right? Tell me if you guys heard about this news here. This is a report from is it GameStop? Yeah, what they said, right? They said Sony could offset prices of the RAM course, by monetizing the PlayStation 5 install base. So in other words, guys, based on what this is saying, is that Sony is going to make all of their fans pay a hefty fine to offset the RAM prices. But I mean, I expect nothing less. These ponies have to pay.
Thank you.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a...
Yeah, and Sony
You're
too.
making us
Not
pay
only
for
us.
grapes, apples, things that God
Yes.
gave us for free.
Correct.
Ha! You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house at all.
Thank you.
I know.
You're
Shout out to Dolomite, man. Dolomite, shout out to you. Josh, shout out to you, Josh. So yes, Sony is telling these ponies to their faces that, hear what? RAM prices are going up. We are going to make you pay and offset the rising RAM costs. Hear what it says, guys, and you guys will tell me what you guys think about it. Sony revealed during its latest financial results presentation that while the PlayStation 5 is selling well, so keep that into consideration, it is selling well, pushing out 92.2 million units as of February the 5th. The company plan now to grow software and network services revenue by monetizing the existing install base. Wow. Hear what it says. According to the Automaton report, CFO Lin Tao addressed concerns during the presentation about securing enough PlayStation 5s to meet the demand in the wake of ongoing memory chips shortage. Tao stated that Sony is already prepared to gather the minimum amount of memory chips necessary to meet the year-end sales season. Going forward, we intend to further negotiate with various suppliers to secure enough supplies to meet the demand of our customers. Tao said, explaining that the company's goal is to minimize the impact of rising memory costs by focusing on monetizing the install base and growing software and network services revenue. We will continue to monitor the situation while working to minimize the impact on profitability too. Wow. To these ponies' face. What do you guys think about that, Mellow Game Trailers? What do you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Game Trailer. You got it.
Game Trailers? Go ahead, Game Trailers.
I don't know, because I think what Sony's going to do with the RAM prices, they're gonna increase the PS5, right? And the PS5 Pro going to have a price increase. And number two, a lot of companies going to do that because of the AI bubble they're trying to do. Yeah. But if they're trying to monetize the PlayStation fan base, what they're going to do is they'll say, okay, y'all can't afford a PS5. I don't understand why, because we're in 2026. So you can rent a PS5, like something like that. You can rent one. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I think. So I don't know. It's so interesting though.
Yes, it's amazing how when Microsoft would have raised the prices of Game Pass last year, these ponies had all this smoke for Microsoft, right? But guess what? Sony is making a profit on the PlayStation 5. Sony says that they are profitable when it comes to game services. So why they cannot absorb the prices of the RAM and keep the install base as it is when it comes to the prices? But here we're saying that the CFO is saying that just now the prices of their services is going to go up. Their content services, the content or games are going to go up as well. And also the console might have an increase soon because somebody has to pay for these RAM short. I mean, just now, these ponies are going to get hungry real quick. Yes, now look at this. These ponies will be hungry like this guy. Look at them. Oh, look at this. Yes. Man, what do you think about that,
Where you
man?
be getting these clips from, bro?
Man, what do you think about that?
That is too funny. But bro, it's like always when it comes to Sony. If you look at the stock market and shares, I know y'all don't be caring about that because it's like, oh, why you worried about money? Why you pocket watching? Well, you got to follow the money to see where the success or the failure is coming in at.
Correct. Well
when
said.
you got over 92.3 million consoles out there, and it ain't even about 40 to 60 million of them that's active.
Yeah,
it's raising an alarm over there when they have to promote and advertise to their PS4 users to upgrade to a PS5. Again, that's red flags there. If you thought that Microsoft, see, this is a thing, and they don't really understand with Microsoft when they was talking about increasing their prices. Guess what? They had incentives. They said, yo, instead of you getting 25, we giving you 75 games. We're bringing value to justify the purchase. Now, you may or may not agree with that, but at least we gave you an incentive for increasing.
Yeah.
What does PlayStation have over there? What they gonna add? Crunchyroll?
That's all. Let me tell you what they have. Let me tell you what they have across there.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day.
That's what they have. That's what they have. Nothing. But go ahead.
Now, what they're going to advertise that they're going to do PlayStation day and day with new releases? I highly doubt it.
They will never.
Majority of their games are pushing towards PC for the most part.
Yeah.
And currently at this moment, they went a whole year banking on Microsoft to supply their consumers with entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how are you going to justify this price increase as well as getting the PS6 at this point? I don't see it.
I mean, this is crazy, Mello, that Sony is telling these guys to their faces that you guys are going to pay for the price of the RAM going up. Let me say shout out to Big Money before. Is that Big Money? Asha, stop this show. It's horrible. Shut up, Big Money. You have no say here. So yes. So again, if you are now coming in, Big Money, PlayStation has said to your faces that they are going to make you guys pay for everything that is going up. So prepare, brace yourself, Big Money. If you're not gainfully employed, I suggest for the first time in about 35 years, you get a job because you guys are going to pay for everything.
Oh, man.
For everything, right? Shout out to Big Money, that pony bastard. So yes, so I would say that again, Sony is charging these guys to their faces. I mean, this is a sad state of affairs. Now, guys, another big story. Well, one of the biggest story this week was Sony shutting down Bluepoint. Now, there has been a lot of discussion on this, and a lot of persons had a lot to say about it. But I was able to get a gentleman here who was very much upset that Sony did this because, as a matter of fact, he bought a PlayStation 5 for this. Now, listen to what this guy is saying, then we will comment on what you guys thought about Microsoft shutting down Bluepoint. Let me just go along the background music here for a bit, and I'll tell you something. Let's listen to this guy here. Listen to this, guys.
I bought a PS5. The reason why I have a PS5 Pro right now, mind you, collecting a crazy amount of dust, was because I want to play high quality AAA games from Sony Studios.
So he's saying the reason why it is he bought a PlayStation 5 is to play PlayStation games from PlayStation Studios. This is what he is saying, right? So you know the narrative back in the day that I buy PlayStation to play PlayStation games. Now that it has changed. Now these ponies move the goalposts again. Now they're saying that, guess what? I have no problem playing third-party games on PlayStation. We don't need PlayStation to be making all these games, right? We'll play Xbox games. That is the narrative that these guys are saying now. But again, this guy is sticking to his guns. He bought a PlayStation 5 to play PlayStation 5 games. Listen.
The reason why I have this console in the first place was because of Demon Souls remake, was because of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, was because of Returnal, was because of the list, and I can go on and on. I did not buy the PS5 to play this Horizon live service game.
Mello, you hear what he's saying there, Mello?
Mm-hmm.
You guys hear what this dude is saying?
Yeah,
all right.
He didn't buy a new console for old shit.
Yeah, he didn't buy it. He didn't buy a new console to play old games. That is what he said. But let's listen.
We are going to need you to step to the front of the congregation. Now, before I get into this, I just got to let you know that this is not the normal me. I don't make videos like this. I'm a very chill YouTuber. I like to be very thoughtful with the content that I make. But this one's going to be a ramble because I'm
to believe Sony would have taken one of their consumers and turned them into a rambler. He's normally a chill YouTuber, but Sony getting rid of Bluepoint. This is what Sony did this week.
Hey, Alan J. Hey, hold on. This man bought a PlayStation 5 to play a PlayStation 3 game. This man spent $500 to buy a PlayStation 3 remaster game.
Yes.
Or you just finish it in PS3.
Correct. But let's listen to him. Let's see what he says.
Fired up. So I just went to videogameschronicle.com and I saw this headline. I haven't even read the full article. I'm going to do that on this video, but it says Sony is shutting down Bluepoint, developer of Demon Souls remake. Bro, are you kidding me? Okay, let's read this article and then we'll discuss. All right. So yeah, a Sony spokesperson told Bloomberg that around 70 employees will lose their jobs and claimed that the decision was made following a recent business review.
Now, Sony shutting down Bluepoint is very interesting because I don't know if you guys know, but how many games did Bluepoint work for with Sony? I think they did the Demon Souls. They did was it the Drake remake? Well, what else they worked on? Did they work on God of War?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus, yeah.
And that's crazy. That's it.
And that's it.
No. Yeah, if you want to count Flower and another game like that, but mostly it's Shadow of the Colossus, the Nathan Drake collection, and what's the game called? Demon Souls.
So Sony so Sony bought the studio. And really and truly, they did not let them do what they're good in, right? What they're good at. This studio was good in remaking and remastering games. They gave them a chance for this game. They gave them a chance for Shadow of the Colossus. But really and truly, they didn't let the studio shine, which they were supposed to because now they had the backing of Sony, right? So 70 employees is now out of a job. For what reason? What is the reason why 70 devs have to be out of a job? But let's continue.
Point Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community, the spokesperson said. We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. Bluepoint specialized in remakes and remasters of older games and had a long history of working with Sony. Sony Interactive Entertainment acquired the Austin, Texas-based studio in 2021 following multiple collaborations, including God of War Collection, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus Collection, Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection, Gravity Rush Remastered, and most recently, the 2020 PS5 remake of Demon Souls. Wow. However, it was revealed last year that Sony had canceled a live service game in development at Bluepoint as part of the platform holder's attempted push into the space, which was said to have been based on the God of War series. My goodness, man. I don't even know if I can continue reading the article because this is the problem. Sony, look, I get it, guys.
And this is it. And this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Want to
So,
make money off of that live?
Bluepoint is known for remaking and remastering games. Why did Sony see the need to make Bluepoint make a live service game? So y'all told Bluepoint to make a live service game, then fired them for doing exactly that. They got penalized. They got disciplined for doing exactly what Sony said to do.
That's mismanagement.
This is mismanagement. And you know something, I remember these ponies back in the day were saying that Microsoft can't manage the studios that they have. But we are seeing very clear that this is the same situation. This is the same situation that is happening. You understand? So what are your thoughts about that, Melo?
Once again, Sony doing what they do great. Dismantle and destroy, make bad decisions based off of what Microsoft is doing at the time, and the end results is casualties of wars. Another developer bites the dust, as good and as talented as they were. I dated back to what Phil did. I blame Microsoft for it because Phil Spencer let Bungie go, and they didn't want to bring them back home. They let the stray dogs roam.
Correct.
And they went over there to Sony, panic buy for $4 billion. Didn't get anything in return but fleas and a whole bunch of developing and failed products. So congratulations, you played yourself.
So this is it. This is bad. I don't care what anyone says. This is bad business here.
It is bad business. It is bad business. No, it is bad business, right? But listen, man, the person who has to blame is the PlayStation community.
Yeah.
You guys didn't buy Demon Souls remake. The game only sold 1.5 million copies. Out of 90 million people who bought the damn system.
Yeah.
Right? You guys
sure
want
let's go. Game Trailer, you sure it's 1.5 only the sold? No,
around there. That was the last report. So we don't know how much people bought in the bargain. But look, all right. So 1 point. So you guys want Demon Souls, right? And that would be Dark Souls, right? No, not Dark Souls, Bloodborne, right? Bloodborne. There's no demand for that because outside of Elden Ring, that's the only successful Soul game that From Software ever made. So you guys want PlayStation to make all these niche, games. They're not going to sell because these PlayStation fanboys, they don't buy no games.
Yeah.
All right. They don't buy no games. So who cares that? And you gotta want to. Oh, we need to fire her. Phil Spencer. Fine. Where you guys gonna fire Herman Hurst?
Yeah.
This is not the only studio he's gonna shut down. He's gonna shut down Haven Studios. The people who make fair games. That's still in development. I don't know how that's still in development. Then you have Bungie Mickey Marathon. We'll see how that's going to turn out to be. Then you have Bank Studio, who never made a game since Joe Biden was president. Then you have then you have Valkyrie Studios. They never made a game when Trump was president the first time. So you guys, there's like 5 studios right now, never made a game in over 5, 7 years. So so these are the chopping blocks. If Sony come out and shut down all these studios, who else to blame? You can't blame Microsoft. Blame Herbert Hurst. I want you guys to fire Herbert Hurst right now, but they're not going to do it because they're not going to do it.
They have no smoke for PlayStation. These guys choose to ignore what is happening on PlayStation, and all they do is talk about Xbox. But guys, you know how I know that this Bluepoint was bad? Shutting down Bluepoint was bad for Sony? When they had even their own PlayStation fans making parodies on this. Look at this pony here, Mighty Keith. Listen to what he said.
I am Mighty Keith.
And Susan, make sure they bring my bagel.
Hey, sir, I just saw the email we got.
We're getting rid of Bluepoint?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Well, we just got them 5 years ago. Correct. Too expensive. What is the last game they made? The highly acclaimed Demon Souls remake. Everyone loved that game, right? It was amazing. So why are we letting them go? We're actually deciding to go in a different direction. A different direction than amazing? Yes. Okay, so after that success, what did we have them working on? God of War live service.
Now, the live service that you guys saw that Sony is producing, what is the name? Is it Live Hunt or something with Hunt or something? What are your thoughts on this Hunt game? This game's in a service. Do you think it would have the success as Helldivers 2? What do you think about that Mellow Game Trailers? What do you also think about the new Sony live service game coming on? Something Hunt, Horizon, Call of the Hunters or something like that.
You talking about the bootleg Monster Hunter? Is that what you're talking about? You talking about the copyrighted Monster Hunter that they stole? Another failed product that's gonna bite the dust, to be honest with you. It's only a selective group of people that's even going to entertain that game. I highly doubt it's going to move the needle at all. They're in a tight spot, gang. Just to be honest with you, it's a tight spot over there, especially with the live service. It's mainly due to the company, the environment that they're around.
Yeah.
They don't accept or they do not want to adjust and adapt with live service games whatsoever. They're so comfortable with the movie script video games where they only got to press one button and it's beautiful and we don't have to really play the game. We allow the game to play itself.
Wow.
They don't care about that. And at the end of the day, that's going to be their downfall.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to try anything new.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing to see, the PlayStation community. They are really upset with Bluepoint because they wanted a lot of games, different games, to be remastered. Some wanted, is it Bloodborne to be remastered? Some wanted
Bloodborne.
Yeah. What do you also thought about that? Bloodborne, Killzone.
Before it's about Bloodborne, let's talk about the bootleg Monster Hunter game. Listen, man.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was off the word, man.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for that shit, man. Listen, man. I can't wait for that shit to go shut down in 2 weeks, man. That shit want to shut down in 2 weeks. Nobody playing that, man. Who do you cater to? We got Monster Hunter already. Why you think Monster Hunter fans who play Monster Hunter Wild are gonna put down Monster Hunter Wild play that garbage? Nah, man. I don't care if you on Xbox. Nobody, we don't ask for that. Look, man, it's PlayStation. What Metal says, PlayStation lost their identity during the PS3 era, and they're making these movie script games for years, and they train their fans not to play other genres of video games, and that's one of the reasons why. And they never had competition last generation. I don't understand why they never made multiplayer games last generation, like Killzone or Resistance, and continue to build the IP up. And look, and but now they're in the tight spot. And listen, man, nobody playing that game, man. I think they should shut that game down and try to bring back Soulcom or Killzone or something like that.
Yeah. But I don't think they would ever bring back that because the shooter genre right now is so crazy and so unpredictable. They are not going to bring back Killzone because, first of all, when Killzone was in its heyday, it didn't sell much. These ponies did not buy Killzone much, right? So to bring it back after they would have seen the last numbers, I don't think they'll do that. Let me just say shout out to Skalashki. Shout out to you, man. Big Money again in the chats. We had Love Big Money, Love 801. Well, Big Money, I think you have a fan there, man. Daniel Barry. Shout out to Daniel Barry in the chat. Guys, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and throw something in the chat. So yeah. So again, if you have a PlayStation guy basically making fun of Sony's decision, that is when you know things are bad.
What? Yeah, the last live service we did lasted about all of 12 days, so kind of have to recoup that loss. But we're still developing Fair Games $, and Horizon Hunters. Hell yeah, brother. Those are going to be revolutionary. I'm sorry, we got rid of Bluepoint. We've only been making bangers. Single-player games,
buddy.
remakes to games that our customers want. And we got rid of them, but we're still developing live service games that our customers don't want. Now, why would I?
That is why a lot of these ponies are angry, because of this live service push. But Sony ain't going to stop. So as exactly what Game Trailer said, they are going to continue with Marathon. I think it have Fair Games, Horizon Hunters. There's a lot of live service games coming on the horizon for Sony, because they really want to see which one would hit. They got a hit with Helldivers 2. So out of those 3 live service games, which one of those games you think might be a hit, guys? Marathon, Fair Games, Horizon Hunters. Which one of those games you think would resonate with the PlayStation community?
All right, I'm gonna say this before Meta says. Look, Marathon gonna last for a month. Fair Game's gonna last 2 days, and the Monster Hunter game gonna last for in 24 hours.
Wow. I mean, craziness. Mello?
I'm about to say, man, he went and ran with the ball on that one. If I gotta show some type of leisure and grace, I'm gonna give a little bit towards Marathon, mainly due to the fact that it's not completely exclusive to that said console. It's going on multiple devices due to the Bungie deal that they, so if it's a hit on PC or something like that, it may carry it like how Helldivers 2 carried them over there for PlayStation. But all in all, longevity wise, I see Marathon lasting the longest out of all those games.
Yeah.
Period.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys, I am thinking within the year of those games being released, I think all of them would be hearing this song. This is Sparta. Go down in the hole. Marathon in the hole. Fair Games in the hole. Horizon, what? Horizon in the hole. All over you guys. 6 feet under. That is my thoughts on this live service push. These guys don't know what they're doing. Sony cannot make a good live service game. They are yet to prove any kind of live service competence. But again, they are continuing. We will see how things go. Now, moving along from that story, we have the biggest story of the week. The biggest story of the week is that Phil Spencer, the CEO of Xbox Gaming, for the past 38 years, he would have been in the leadership position for 12 years. He is leaving as of tomorrow, I believe it's the 23rd. Now, this news would have taken the gaming industry by storm this week. Everyone and their pet goldfish was talking about Phil Spencer leaving Xbox. This was a crazy news cycle this week when it comes to that particular news. Now, just the first, first time you guys heard that, what were your thoughts when you all heard that news? Both Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond leaving. What was the initial reaction?
Oh man, for me it was I don't know. I wanted, like I said before, I wanted to slow down, figure out what the heck was going on, because once again, Microsoft is doing what Microsoft always does. I asked them to do promotion, but they do the wrong promotion. I told them to promote video games, Game Pass, let us know what's coming out before it actually hit Game Pass so we can go look at it. I asked for that type of promotion. But instead, they rather give you resigns and retirements, anything that's negative. They couldn't even allow Bluepoint to have
a full week.
At least a week of information on his own. We ain't even broke that down completely on even why they're leaving, the developers, where they're going. We ain't did none of that. It just went straight to less than 24 hours. Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond all rolled in one.
Correct.
I was confused with the Sarah Bond more than I was confused with Phil Spencer because if you know the track record,
that one shocked me.
He's been talking about retirement. If you've seen the showcase, like the Rogue Ally, and when they was talking about the Let's Play, they started ushering in and putting Sarah Bond in the forefront of it. So it was like, it was a transitional period. Cool.
Yeah.
But her resigning was like, okay, what's really going on? And then once they announced who was going to be the replacement, it was the city was going in flames. The city was definitely going in flames at that point.
What's the last name of the new CEO again?
Sharma.
Ram Singh Sharma. That is who's the new CEO. So, what about you, Game Trailers? What were your thoughts about this Phil Spencer leaving Xbox?
Look, man, what Melo said, man, when Bluepoint got shut down, we had a W. 24 hours later, Microsoft said, hold my beer. Look, man, look, Phil Spencer, look, man, I know some people don't like Phil Spencer, right? I've been saying it for years. If it wasn't for him, there'll be no Xbox today. Because he did save the Xbox, right? Because when Don Matrick and messed it up and with the DRM and all that stuff, Xbox was in the low, man. And he came in and tried to get the mind share back. Now, did it really work? No. But he did try his best. So and I said again, what Metal said, like, the man been working for 38 years. So retirement, I'm not surprised. So now I was shocked that Sarah Bond gone. Now that's what people were shocked. That she resigned. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm still trying to do some linking search or trying to get trying to get some information out. But I think she don't. I don't think she don't want work. I don't think she want to work anymore. I think that what she have done, that's it. I think she want to move on to a different career because what she did with Xbox is really good. And my opinion about the new CEO also, she came from the AI department. Now,
but just now, before you touch on the AI, right?
Yeah.
Let me say this, right? So Phil Spencer, you're gonna say something, Melo?
No. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Phil Spencer would have outlasted all the CEOs of his generation, the Resi Fils-Aimé, the Sean Layden, the Jim Ryans, even Doug Bowser, right? Phil Spencer outlasted all of them, right? He was the last CEO of that generation to leave, right? I believe Jim Ryan left Sony only after 30 years. Phil Spencer is leaving after 38 years. I don't think it should be surprising or shocking in the least. No, there were no hints of him leaving so soon. However, it was under that umbrella that yes, eventually Phil would have left. We all know that there were many decisions that Phil would have made that was not popular by the Xbox community. But we know he did leave an impact on the gaming industry in different ways. So I don't think Phil Spencer should regret anything. He would have done what he could have done for his platform, Xbox. So now Phil Spencer could ride off into the sun, get his safety net, get his money, and ride off into the sun, right? It's time for fresh blood. It's time for new blood. It's time for new ideas to come into the gaming space. And this is what we hope that the new boss implement, the new CEO implement. Now, let me just read the article on the how it is Sharma introduced herself as she would have taken the helm, as it were. Right? This is what she said. Right? So this was the exclusive that they had. Microsoft boss Phil Spencer is leaving. Let me see if I get the comment here. From Sharma. Is it here? No, this isn't the comment from Sharma. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, IGN. Let me see. Let me see if I get. Let me see if I get the comments from Sharma, because she said a lot. I expecting her was to be a little more quiet, but she said a lot as she came in. Let me see if I get it here. Is this the home? Where all the Okay, game trailers. You could go ahead and talk about the AI as I pull up the story here. Go ahead, game trailers.
Oh yeah. No, it's not about talking about AI. A person who do code, I do coding for a living, right? So AI is a great tool
Right.
and help game development and anything. But put all your eggs in one basket
Right.
with AI. And there's an AI race, right? It's not only Microsoft doing it. Big tech companies are doing this AI race, right? Amazon is definitely
Yeah.
doing it. UPS is definitely doing it. So everybody's doing it, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
man, look,
So
I'm gonna say this,
so
right?
so
And
so,
I'm
so
gonna
let
say this
me
real quick. Okay, go ahead.
yeah. Yeah. I found the article here. Hear what she said, and you guys can tell me what you guys think about it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
her name is Asha Sharma, right? And she said, "My first job is simple: understanding what makes this work and protect it. That starts with three commitments. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games before, beloved by players, before we do anything. Unforgettable character stories that make us feel innovative, gameplay, and creative excellence. We will empower the studios, invest in iconic franchises, and back bold new ideas. We will take risks, we will enter new categories and markets where we can add real value grounded in what players care about most. I promoted Matt Booty in honor of this commitment. He understands the craft and the challenges of building great games. His his led team he has led team who would have delivered award-winning work and has earned the trust of the gaming developers across the industry. So, what you all thought about that first statement? She said her first order of business would be to, give Xbox gamers give or produce great games. What are your thoughts on this first statement here?
A BS. No, I'm gonna stop playing. I would put it like this.
Yeah,
Due to her background and everything that I know of her, this is before I spoke to posts and stuff.
yeah,
I thought that mainly pretty much she was just gonna be she's the AI flutter for Satya Nadella. Pretty much she's the Satya Nadella put on a wig, lipstick, and some makeup and said his name is Asha Schumer and started coming with this AI mess.
Right.
I was under the impression that like Matt Booty was going to be covering all 40 game studios, and he was going to be like the mastermind puppet that keep everything going with Microsoft because of his years under Phil Spencer. But yeah, all of that's crash and burn. All of this is lies.
Yeah. So you don't believe that she is committed in producing great games for Xbox?
I believe that she is doing everything that Satya Nadella want her to do when it comes to AI. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
The games are going to come regardless because of the amount of studios they have and the amount of IPs they have in production. That's going to come.
Right.
Without a question. But it seemed like she's like a algorithm type of person. Like she goes with whatever the trend is. So the people are running to her social media, asking her about all this. Are we going to have games? Are you doing exclusives? And she's just saying yes because the crowd is wanting it.
Right.
But is that going to be the return? Like she talking about doing exclusives? No, I don't think that's the case at all. No.
Right. So let me just say, I'm going to put a pause on it right there. Let me just say shout out to Pilum for being a member for 3 months. Pilum says, stop the madness and play his song. We have to give Pilum his song, man. We have to do it. Pilum, man, this is your song. Let's get it. Woo! Pilum, we have to truck on, man. Yeah! This is a new era, Pilum. How you feeling about the new era? I go on and on. You can't understand it. Shout out to you, Pilum, man. Shout out to Pilum and the guys across there. Show some support to these guys. Now, guys in the chat, both Mellow and Game Trailers have their YouTube channel. I would encourage you to, you guys go and see what Mellow has cooking. Mellow gives some great commentary. Game Trailers as well have some great commentary. And of course, we just would have invited Noah. Noah, how you going, man?
What's going on? Sound check. How do I sound?
Good, bro.
You're sounding good, man. You're sounding good.
Awesome.
So,
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great.
Yeah. So how you on the farm going? Everybody doing okay?
Yeah, man. Just got a newborn. He was born January 31st.
Hey, congrats,
so
man.
some changes,
Congrats.
man. Some household changes. Thank you. It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
So
Yes,
so
sir.
we now reached basically the biggest story this week, which is Phil Spencer leaving, and we spoke about our initial reactions to it, and we would have introduced Asha Sharma. She's the new president of Xbox, and not AI, but Mellow take was that here was her first statement where she said she is going to be committed to making great games, great characters, and so forth. Mellow saying that's cap. She's just basically a puppet there for Satya. But based on what she said, before I ask that question, let me just say shout out again to Pilum. Pilum for the $5 said, I'm still waiting, not going to pass any judgment until I see her work. That is a good point.
I'm with that.
I would say, let me see if she's all back and no bite. Let me see what she's coming with, right? But what I would say is that she said, first off, she wants to make great games. Because, guys, we're going to talk about it. What in Xbox games, anyone in the panel, what in Xbox games need to improve? Because she said that we need to build great games. What needs to improve?
I would say this. I would say if you look at portfolio, right, and diversity, Xbox is leading the way. I think recently, like year before last, they were like the #1 publisher amongst all publishers. So when people say that Xbox doesn't have good games or great games, that is a lie. That's
Yeah,
a big fat lie. Now,
yeah,
what Microsoft lacks, and I think what they get the biggest slack for, is they don't have cinematic uh single player titles. They don't play
facts,
like movies, like
facts,
PlayStation games. And if
facts.
that's what people mean, or if we have to interpret great into cinematic storytelling, then
Yeah,
yeah, then Microsoft definitely likes that. But to say they don't have great games, that they partner with the best third party developers and put the best games in their in their subscription services. Their game of the year nominees,
yeah,
maybe not so much winners, but nominees.
yeah,
And even the first party games, they hit or miss, but a lot of the titles are highly rated. Upper higher 80s, mid 80s.
yeah,
Even like Forza, so like Forza's like a 90 plus must play game. So it's not fair
yeah,
to say they don't make great games. But if she means bringing back cinematic storytelling games, then that's definitely something missing in Xbox portfolio.
yeah. Facts. What about you, Mellow Game Trailers? What Microsoft needs to improve it? Because she said great games. They need to make great games. So what they need to improve on?
You going game trailer or
Yeah, I'm gonna go real quick. Yeah. Yeah, what he just said. Like they make good games, right? They make a lot of good games. They made the Outer Worlds. They made Ninja Gaiden, all that stuff last year. They made some really good games. But once again, they lack of cinematic open world walking simulators, just like PlayStation does.
Yeah, yeah.
No. If anybody keeps saying that Xbox don't having great games, that means that they don't have the same exact games what PlayStation has, like The Last of Us and the Ghost of Tsushima's and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why people keep saying like Xbox games are not quality, but we know that all Xbox games are actually quality, like Halo or
Mm,
Outer Worlds or Forza Horizon 5 and 6 are coming out a couple weeks from now.
yeah.
But when they said they're not quality because they don't have the same graphic intense like The Last of Us and the Ghost of Tsushima's and the Days Gone and all that stuff. That's why people keep saying like, yeah, Xbox games are dog shit, and that's what basically what it is. So what I don't know. I don't know what she's gonna do, but she probably gonna start making these cinematic games and appeal to the ponies, and
Yeah,
if these ponies don't buy it, that means that they're hypocrites.
yeah. But I heard someone said that these cinematics games takes a lot of money to make. So
yeah.
if it is you're going down that road, you better be prepared to spend more, and I hope that they get a good yield. So what about you, Mello?
Yeah, let me be clear and be straight real quick with y'all. There's no way on God's green earth that Microsoft need to either follow, remotely even step in the footsteps of what
Mm,
Sony has over there when it
right.
comes to these cinematic experiences. Because guess what? Those cinematic experiences only sold a certain amount of money.
Facts.
So
Facts.
no, don't do that at
Facts.
all. Jim Ryan himself says, yo, outside of Spider-Man and certain IPs, majority of their games only sell 10 million and they need to do
Mm,
more.
yeah.
So no, don't follow that whatsoever. What I would say, or I'm hoping that she's teetering to, because it seemed like her wordplay was just kind of off or whatever the case may be. Microsoft needs to work on quality,
Yeah.
because guess what? There's no way that certain games that you guys have done in-house should perform better on your competitor device
Facts. Facts.
whatsoever. You need to
Facts.
focus on the quality one. The Game Pass Xbox users should have nothing but quality when it comes to your games.
Yeah.
When it comes to the exclusive situation, time exclusive, you have the ball in your hand. You have more IPs that the consumer wants. ever in life right now than you ever had at this point. You
Yeah.
fixed the problem that you had in the 360 era. Why that's the reason why we didn't get a Sun Roan or a Sunset Overdrive, because you didn't own the IPs. Now you own a variety of
Yeah.
IPs.
Yeah.
It should be time exclusives. Nothing day and day ever rolling out, especially new game wise,
Yeah.
going over to your competitor.
Facts.
I would have recommend, if they was in the field of doing this, the individuals at Bluepoint, you might need to roll down their Rolodex to see who was on their payroll and start hiring them to come into Microsoft or put them on a contract to do remakes and remasters of the older titles over to PlayStation.
Yeah.
And get that back from there as well.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Because you won't have to worry about a situation where Gears of War Reloaded performed as trash as it did on PlayStation. Even though it sold what it sold, it can roll out the door a whole lot better for the future.
Yeah.
That's what they should be focusing on. Quality control and picking. Fable shouldn't be no daggone day and date on no PlayStation. Especially when you got 3 other Fables that haven't even seen the light of day over at PlayStation.
Facts.
So
that's a great point.
Yeah, that's it.
Hear what she said, right? She said second, the return of Xbox. Where did Xbox go? But we'll talk about it. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players. Those who have invested with us for the past 25 years, and to the developers who built the expansive universe and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to players and fans who invest in Xbox, and and to the developers who built ambitious experiences for it. Gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of any singular piece of hardware. As we expand across PC, mobile, and cloud, Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. So before you all say anything to this, I would say that I've been listening to a lot of Xbox fans, and a lot of Xbox fans are saying, here what? They want to feel like if they are first-class citizens. They want to feel that they are treated differently from any other person on any other platform. And this is what they are not feeling at the current moment. And I guess they will feel like that because, more of Xbox games are going to PlayStation. I would recommend, as rightfully what Melo said, you see that time exclusive. So yes, we understand that, the Xbox team want to make as much money as they can from these games. No problem. Bring it first to Xbox gamers. Bring it first to Game Pass. And then afterwards, after it would have lasted its life on Xbox, you could port it across there, right? And even before you put it across there, as Melo said, some of the older titles, give it to these ponies, they are hungry. These ponies would eat up some of those old games. These guys are hungry. They will eat it up. These guys are starving. So this is what Microsoft need to do. Build some of the old games, as Melo said, and carry it across there. But what are your thoughts on what she said? The second comment she spoke about the return of Xbox. She spoke about recommitting. Now, guys, before you all say something, we cannot forget, as my guy there on Direct Gaming said. Shout out to Direct Gaming, Realist, and so forth. Go and subscribe to those guys. They reminded me that this is the 21st anniversary of
Hey.
and right now there's no hype Right now, there is no. Microsoft really needs to get the fan base stirred. They are not doing things to get this fan base stirred. What you all thought about that second comment and the 21st
Uh,
anniversary?
I guess I'm gonna piggyback on that, right? I
Yeah,
think what she said is a cop out. So
yeah,
one thing we got to remember when CEOs speak to us, they speak to us either based on the quarter or the
right,
fiscal year.
right,
So she knows this year is going to be when she talks about the root of Xbox, the last 25 years. She know that this year we're getting a Halo. We're possibly getting a Gears E-Day. We're
right.
getting a Fable. We're getting a Forza. Like she knows this, we're getting a bunch of classic games. So uh, I mean, Phil and Sarah were pretty much saying the same thing. This is we're going back to the roots of Xbox because of these classic games releasing this year. So I don't really I don't really see like a big message coming from it. It's just more like PR. Like I know this is what people want to hear, and I can say that I'm telling the truth when I say this because I know these games are releasing this year, and I don't know who you I can't remember who you read the bill from, but I completely agree. Like I'm approaching this from a earn my respect manner. Like let's see what she does. I'm not saying she's let's not throw stones at her. Let's not assume she doesn't know how to do the job, but
Yeah,
also let's not assume she's great at it either. Like let's give her a chance to see
yeah.
how things work out. Kind of feel
Feel
her out
out.
a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
I am a man who I am a very optimistic guy, and I am saying that here. What? Because I am an optimistic person, I still see things getting brighter. And just as what some persons in the chat is saying here, they're riding with Xbox until the wheel fall off. I mean, that's the point. I want to see what she have to offer. She might have new ideas. If it's one thing I would have heard is that she know how to make persons utilize the platform, right? She know how to do that. So let me just say shout out to that's the one and only Shrek. Let me say shout out to uh, Biscuit. What's that? Biscuit Line. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dolomite, Phoenix Freestyle, all you guys. Hit the like button, guys. So, what your thoughts on the
But,
second one? She spoke about
let,
consoles. Go ahead.
let me can
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
piggyback on one last thing?
Yeah,
Now one thing I do hope she does, I hope she meant by that too, is bringing back some of the perks. And remember, like on Xbox, we used to get maps and things first on Call of Duty,
right.
exclusive skins and things like that.
Yeah,
But now then PlayStation took it, and PlayStation still has this, exclusive DLC thing going on and
yeah,
skins and things of that. We need to be competitive. She needs to bring that back to Xbox. There's
yeah.
no perk outside of Game Pass. There's no other perk to being
Correct.
to playing games on Xbox. So if
You
she's if
know,
she, if she
hold
does
on, I want
that,
to cut you off
I'm
real
all,
quick.
I'm all
I'm gonna
for it.
correct you a little bit.
Go ahead,
Due
brother.
to
Okay.
the ABK deal, they can't do that with Call of Duty. Now, maybe with
Yeah.
their own titles, yeah, but due to that deal, that was part of the incentives with that they can't do that.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah,
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's also
yeah.
the hope too. I mean,
Oh,
it could be like third party, maybe locking down deals or third party games.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but if they bring it in
Yeah.
house with other games, I agree.
but one thing about Microsoft needs to bring back is custom consoles, man. PlayStation had these custom consoles like the God of Wars. Back in the days, we had like in the 360 era, we had a Halo 5 custom console. I mean, a Halo 4 custom consoles. They need to bring that shit back, man. A lot of that's my opinion because every time they have like a special edition, the console look the same. But when Sony does it, like they have like the Spider Man, they got the God of War customer consoles, and you have all these different type of consoles, right, Pastor? But
Yeah.
now we don't have that. We don't have that anymore.
Right.
So I don't know why, but I don't know. So
Well, the last thing she spoke about was AI, right? And she basically said something that Satya don't like. Satya don't like persons calling AI slop, right? And this is exactly what she said. She said, third, future of play, we are witnessing a reinvention of play to meet the moment We will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have, iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love. But we will not treat those worlds as static IP to milk and monetize. We will build and share platform and tools that empower developers and players to create and share their own stories. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Now, this is something that Satya don't like. The wording is not something that Satya likes, which is AI slop. But she said it here. So, do you think that because she was the head of AI, Microsoft and Xbox is now going fully into AI, or as Dreamcast guy says? Listen to what Dreamcast guy said here before you all comment, because Dreamcast guy had a very interesting take that I want you guys to hear. I mean, this guy is one sick guy, man. This Dreamcast guy is sick in his mind. Listen to what he said here. Is this here? No, this is it here. Let's see. All right, this is it here. Listen to what he said.
Hey there, gamers, Dreamcast guy here. Today we're talking about Xbox because they just fired everybody. They just fired.
So you heard this guy just said everybody and Xbox got fired. I mean, I don't know why Dreamcast guy lies so much.
You're lying. Lie, lie. I even want to hear what you have to say. You're lying.
Yeah, man.
That is a lie, lie.
That is a lie, lie.
What you just call that? La, la. Lie, 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 lie. Like a lion bites you.
A lion really bite Dreamcast guy? Because all this guy does, all this guy does,
Jam, man. It's a lie.
hey, all this guy does is lie.
Facts. Hey, speaking of liars, if we got time at the end of the show, there's a certain pony I would like for us to not attack, but to discuss. But just a side note.
Problem.
If we got time.
No problem. We'll talk about it. Listen to what
Fired
he said.
Phil Spencer. They just fired Sarah Bond. They pretty much just gutted everything.
Wow.
And they announced officially Xbox is going fully AI. People.
I mean, listen to me. This guy said Xbox is going fully AI. So no more games are being built by humans. Everything is AI. So this is what Dreamcast guy said earlier today. But what are your thoughts on this AI slop situation? Shout out to little what? Jody, little Jody. Shout out to you, man.
Dreamcast guy's a liar.
Yes, he is. But what are your thoughts on this AI? She was the head of AI before. She is now the head of Xbox. Do you think that Microsoft will now be flooded with AI?
I will say this, not to the naked eye.
Right.
The only way we'll know it's AI if somebody tells us or
Right.
reports it to us. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, most if not all companies in tech are leaning and leveraging AI. I think the problem is it gets a bad connotation. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing because you
Right.
could get a lot more done with AI. People complain about games taking 5, 6, 7, sometimes 10 years to make. Well, AI is the remedy to that. But the biggest thing about AI is you get things done so fast, you start looking at the people and say and start considering redundancies, and that's when people get laid off. So I mean that's the bad thing. But from a productivity standpoint, AI isn't bad. People make it tend to make it seem like it's bad, but it's not, in my opinion. But yeah, as far as AI though, it's not like the PlayStation Store where we're gonna see all these AI generated games. No. Developers are gonna use AI tools to make games faster, and take games to the next level. And I think people need to open their mind, and I feel like it's a positive, for the most part. But that's my thoughts.
Hey, I can say it real quick. So once again, I do programming, right? So AI is a very good tool for game development. It's speed and what he said like it speeds development costs up. So, but one thing I would say is right, you still need humans because you can't
Yep.
rely on AI to just build a whole entire game. Now you can, but not a triple A game like a scale, right? So if I'm a programmer, right? So let's say I'm programming a game in Unity, and I don't know, I'm getting errors, and I don't know how to fix the error, right? If you know programming, right? Then I go to AI like Copilot or ChatGPT. It can help me, and it did help me, and I figured out the code, and it works. So I'm not saying will AI replace everybody in the game industry, especially programmers. No, you still need humans to make video games because the AI is still not perfect. We don't live in Cyberpunk 2027, whatever that you call. We don't live in Skynet, right? You know, AI is written by man. Man write AI, right? So whatever the AI, whatever Copilot, who make Copilot or ChatGPT, they have to man write that code and help the other coders, to do the work. If that makes sense. So when people keep saying that AI is going to replace jobs, not really, because end of the day, right? And let's say Mello or is an artist, right? He could draw. I am not using AI to draw a black character because it's kind of racist. So I'm going to Mello to draw the black character. Yeah, no, trust me.
Did you say
Yeah.
Did you say AI is racist?
Yeah. And one time I asked,
bro.
one time I asked AI, give me a black character. The man put some dreadlocks and all that. Boy, that nigga, I was that like, dude, what were you doing here? So no. So that's why I say you gotta have people to help you in the game development, right? What he just said. People complain like games take 8-9 years to make, right? Now, if the AI helps speed up game development, what's the complaint? What's the complaint? See, gamers today less to complain on the internet because they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want, and when these developers do get the one, they still complain. So this is why. Yeah, that's what.
He's right though. He's right.
Go ahead, Bachelor.
Yeah.
He right. It's the truth. People, especially on the internet, and what we got to remember that the internet is not everybody, right? It's the loudest. They're the loudest, but they're the smallest group of people. Like Mello like to call them the 1%, right?
Yeah,
it's not really the voice of everybody, but they tend to echo. But if we just consider that crowd, they really don't know what they want. And yeah, AI is not going to replace every job, at least in the near future. But you don't need the same amount of people to do a task once you start implementing AI.
No.
So that's when jobs start looking at redundancy. Do we really need this amount of staff? So that's the point I was making, game trailers. But I completely agree with you though, man, like with everything else.
I'll tell you guys something, right?
Yeah.
Now, AI aside, a lot of the talking points by both ponies, majority ponies, and some Xbox fans is that, hear what? She's not a gamer, so she cannot be a proficient, leader. Now, I did find something here to prove that you don't have to be a gamer to be a good leader in gaming. And you know what? You guys tell me what you all think about it. Let me just look for it here. Is this it here? I believe this is it. Tell me what you all
Want me to go first? I want to go first. I feel like I'm talking to you. Want me to go first? I got some thoughts on this. I think there's an advantage when you. Okay, sorry.
That's not well. Let me just play this here.
Okay.
Right, let me just play this here. So this was the leadership in Microsoft when they just came in. Listen to what he said.
And this is what some Xbox fans are saying. Well, just for me to
say that again. No clue what I was doing. I didn't play games. The business model I barely understood.
We're launching an entirely new business competing against two established competitors in one of the largest entertainment.
So this year was a leadership. This guy held a leadership position, and he admitted he never played games. He didn't know what he was doing, but he was a leader in the first Xbox, without bringing the hardware to the public. Right? Listen to what he said.
Entertainment industries in the world. I was learning something new every single day. And that meant, obviously, I failed most days too.
And I think the next 6 to 8 weeks are going to be super exciting. A little challenging.
I didn't think about how to plan for going from 20 people to 2,000 people.
We went from...
So again, that is the leader there at Xbox. He didn't know what he was doing. He never played games, but he had a leadership position. And guess what? Both the Xbox and the Xbox 360 was successful. But listen to this one here. This one is the one that got me. To believe the person who has one of the biggest, if not the biggest franchise in the world. Listen to what he said.
How to run a gaming business. But what about this person?
I'm not a gamer. We were talking about this earlier. You don't play a lot. So
not a lot. I don't play video games.
At all?
No, I do not. I'm not the
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
consumer in chief. I am responsible.
So when they show, do you offer notes on the game? How does that work?
I share my opinions pretty openly. I think being the consumer in chief in an entertainment business as the CEO is probably a mistake. I wasn't the consumer in chief in the movie business or the television business or the music business, even though, I certainly couldn't read a script, and I definitely love music, and I was a musician. That's not my role. My role is to attract, retain, and motivate the best talent in the business, and then get out of their way.
So this is the CEO of GTA, and he is saying that he don't play games. He don't play GTA, but guess what? He is running one of the biggest franchises in gaming history. So when these ponies come out here and say that you need to play games in order to run a gaming business, these guys know nothing and they show it. These guys knows nothing and they show it. Let me just say shout out to Josh. Josh is saying, I am ready for the Asha era. Thanks, Jay. You better believe it. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Asha is not qualified because she don't play games? She's not playing 2K like how Melo is playing 2K now? What do you all think?
Can I say this? Because I know I'm gonna get some slack. Because I made fun of Jim Ryan for not playing games, and when he did play games on stream, he played it horribly. But realistically, right? Let me keep it real. It actually comes. It's actually an advantage, not for a CEO or whatever position is. I'm not sure. It was a gamer CEO, right? She's the dude. Well, president of gamer is actually an advantage because with Phil played games, and he had games that he liked. He had games that he favored, right? Certain genres he favored. And I can imagine that was probably hard as a president of gaming when it came down to decide what game to back, what games to finance, what games to green light, red light, because you have a personal bias into those games. But if I don't play games and I have to trust a team of people to decide where we're putting our money, where we're putting our backing, then that's actually an advantage, to somebody. And it's anything like if I was a director of music or I'm an A&R with music and I only like hip hop, I don't like any other genre, right? And then you come to me with the greatest country album in the world, I'm not gonna appreciate it because I don't know what good country music is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example. But yeah.
What about you, Melo? You think she need to play games in order to be a great leader?
Absolutely not. Like you showed, it's countless people that's in position that have literally taken on Fortune 500 companies and didn't even know how to change the tire of a car in some cases. It's all about one of the things that they was saying about Kojima, in a sense, where he's very talented, but he needs someone to control his talent in the sense of giving direction. Hey, this is one of the reasons why we did have crunch, or they did say, hey, we need these type of incentives in the game because this is what's going to make us profit. So with this AI thing again, that's why I say honestly, I think she is there mainly for that focus and that focus alone. Maybe co-pilot and whatever new direction they're going to do with refining co-pilot in gaming.
Right.
But Matt Booty is going to be the one that's governing the studios. So it's
Right.
kind of like a help situation. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just all falling on her.
Facts, facts. Let me just say shout out to Professor Strong. So you must raise cows in order to flip burgers. That's a good point.
Hey, that man got
Bars.
bars.
Hey, that's a good point.
That's a good point.
Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh,
That's funny. Hey, I need to use that shit in real life. That's a good point.
So what about you, Game Trailers? This is a big thing. Even Lulu had to comment on it because it was kind of out of hand, where a lot of persons said she came from nowhere. She don't know how to play games. She don't know how to play Frogger. She never played Mortal Kombat. There's no way she can run a good game thing. So what are your thoughts, Game Trailers?
First of all, the people who dodged her gamer tag, half of these people on Twitter don't play a lot of games. Most of these people play Twitter over games. Trust me. Like, trust me, man. So come on, man. So number two, listen, that's the guy for the CEO of Rockstar doesn't even play no goddamn games, and he is the CEO of one of the biggest games of all series of all time, right? So a game programmer, a game artist, most of them, they don't have time to play video games because they're in the office doing the business work. Now, you don't have to play a lot of games. You don't know listen, you don't have to play a lot of games, right? But if you play games back in the past and you understand like how to take a controller up and shoot, or how to, I'm talking about Pastor, how to play the video game. I respect that. Yeah, Jim Ryan doesn't know how to goddamn play the goddamn video game. That's the difference. The man took the controller up and do some weird shit. But so what people doctrine their gamer tag talk about, this is a new gamer tag, dude. She's still a gamer because she's still playing video games. Like gamer score doesn't mean that you play video games. Some people have hours of Candy Crush. They're gamers. My mom played Candy Crush. She's a gamer. Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, man. Listen, man. You don't need to play video games to run a gaming business. No, you don't.
Yeah,
you need to learn how to do. You need to learn how to do the business for it. Then let the game programmers and the game artists and the game developers make the games. That's it. What if he does?
Trailer. It's fair to say that. Is it fair to say that's one of those Xbox tax things? No, I don't recall anybody asking Herman Host to see his trophy list or
exactly.
What's the other guy the guy his boss? So nobody asked his boss to show his trophy list and what games he played.
Yeah, where Herman Host trophies? Is that what his trophies list? Where's Jim Ryan's trophy list? Where's Yoshida's trophy list?
Come on, man. Come on.
How many games? What their wrap ups?
Yeah.
Like, shit. Come on, man.
So I mean, this was a big talking point throughout the week. But I will say, guys, one criticism I will give Microsoft is that they need to do something for the 21st anniversary. Right now, gamers' morals are low. They need to let the Xbox community feel like, here what? We have something good going here and we want to stay here. Right now, gamers' morals are down. And I mean, that is Xbox fault. They need to bring it back up with great games, with showing the industry that, here what? Xbox persons who choose Xbox platform, this is what they are eating across here.
I have some speculation on that, bro. I think we're gonna see that Magnus console this summer, and I think Asha is gonna be the one. I think Microsoft does a very good job. Even when they do stink it up, right? They have a really good job of post checking and knowing where the community's the sentiment of the community and gamers. Now sometimes they do confuse the PlayStation sentiment with Xbox sentiment. That's the problem I have. But they do a good job of knowing like, okay, dang, they wasn't feeling that. I wouldn't be surprised if I guess we can't call it E3 no more, but this summer when they showcase the games, we're gonna around that time we're gonna see a lot more excitement for the 25th anniversary. They're gonna reveal the new console, and I think it is gonna be very not traditional, but it's gonna be very ceremonious of what Xbox used to be.
Right.
That's just my take.
Yeah. So this was all the topics we have. I know Mello have a bonus topic. What was the bonus topic here, Mello? I mean, not Mello. Noah.
Oh, have you seen on Twitter the Detective Seeds?
Detective Seeds.
So this concerning Bluepoint.
No. What is that? Tell me.
Can you search him on Twitter?
Yeah, I can search him. Detective Seeds. Let me see if I can see that.
Hey, I call that man fake news.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. And I'm gonna I just have some questions. I don't have any information or any evidence to expose, but I have some questions because he's been damage controlling the Bluepoint situation. His thing is
look, I have him up here. Let me see if I can put him up for you guys.
All right.
Detective Seed, right? Let's see.
Yep.
Let's see if he's really a detective.
Seed.
Let's see.
SEED.
I have him. Let's see if he's really a detective here, man.
I guess it was this morning or late last night. He had like a novel, like a whole paragraph of his findings of the Bluepoint situation. Should have been. Dang, how many times does he post?
Yeah, he posts a lot.
It's regarding Bluepoint. It's a really long tweet. Hold on, I might be able to find the link. Hold on 1 second.
Thank you for 1 million. This is what he said. I seen Bluepoint there. Thank you for 1 million views on the Bluepoint repost. Is it this? Is it this here, man? Look how I have it here. Is it this, Mello?
Posted. Yeah, that's it. That is it. That's a lot. Did you want to read that or did you want to
Good
throw
Lord.
that thing at Chat GPT and summarize it?
Oh, God damn.
This is crazy.
Yo, I blame Elon Musk. I blame Elon, man. I blame Elon, man. I blame Elon, man.
Listen, man. This man have too much time on his hand. Could you summarize what he's doing? Summarize what he's saying.
I'm gonna give you a summary of the summary. Look, pretty much. Let me break it down. The PlayStation community are looking for fingers to point and blame, right?
Right.
And they don't want to blame PlayStation. Even though you and I both know it's PlayStation's fault, PlayStation's decision that Bluepoint shut down, but it makes them feel good to know that or feel that Bluepoint had to shut down because they pitched the God of War live service game. Nobody knows who pitched the live service, but the reality is PlayStation wanted 12 live service games, and maybe even if either Sony appointed them to do the God of War or Bluepoint said, okay, if we got to do live service, we'll do God of War. For some reason, they couldn't meet the deadlines, or whatever reason, Sony decided to cancel it. I mean, we don't know.
I'm saying this is a claim, by the way. No, this guy is not. One thing I don't like, if it is you are making a claim, give me some kind of evidence to back it up. Look at what he said. He is saying that both said that the studio was not currently working on any greenlit project at the time of closing, and they had not secured any greenlit project since God of War game was cancelled. So where is he getting all of this? Is he claiming to have insiders too?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you, and somewhere in those paragraphs, he said that he sent about 80 emails or messages to 80 different employees that worked at Bluepoint, even though there's only 70, right? And two of these employees responded. So my question is, how do you get the entire employee roster to be emailing every single employee to get information about Bluepoint? And then who puts this type of energy into investigate, bro? Like, bro, think he Jason Schreier, dog. Like, we don't believe you. We need more people, bro. Like, you see, he's got 1 million views, and PlayStation guys are reposting this guy. He's the savior right now for the pony community because he's brought ease and peace to ponies, making them feel comfortable knowing that PlayStation had no say into what game Bluepoint decided to
Listen to me,
to develop.
I mean,
Yeah.
Noah. If
Yeah.
a guy has all this time to type out all of this to defend Sony, he is sick.
This is a sickness. It is deviant, therefore we don't want it.
Yeah. Bro.
This is a sickness. Who have time to do all that, Noah?
Not me, not I, not I. Bro,
That is
I can wait.
crazy.
I can wait a month or two, bro. I can wait. I can wait a few years for the director's cut to come out to find out what happened, bro. I ain't got to know today. But you message 80. You message 80 employees. Hey, you got ChatGPT.
Just
You got ChatGPT?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I use it.
Hey, man, nobody reading all that. Run that thing through ChatGPT and get a quick recap of what the claims.
Let me see what he
mentioned.
says here. This is Bounty. Bounty. Shout out to Bounty for being a member for 17 months. Bounty said it seems like they keep adding live services. Bounty, shout out to you. Bounty, thank you for that big, huge 10 gifted members. Thank you for that 10 gifted members, Bounty. Shout out.
Oh, so my bad. Go ahead. Yeah. Let me say about something with the Detective Siege, right? This man John control every time PlayStation do some super shit, super decision, right? So I'm not gonna read that, but he's trying to blame on that Bluepoint basically pitched the idea and Sony. So let's say Bluepoint pushed the idea, right? And Sony canceled it. Why would Sony shut down the studio?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. So why would he do that? So it's then you can blame Sony mismanagement because Sony let these idiots pitch a God of War live service game and they know that it wouldn't work. So why would Sony greenlight it? So now what? Okay, hold on. Why would Detective Siege reach out people for Lincoln? And he contacted almost all the Sony developers. Only 3 of them respond.
All of them. Every single one. He knew their phone number and email address. He knew every single employee. All right, player.
Noah. If I do game development, right? I have to go to somebody LinkedIn and he's a freelancer. Then I have a website. I tell you, listen, I'm making the game, blah blah blah. Here's my work. They will probably respond. Why would they respond to this dude, right? And explain the situation about why the studio got shut down. Not respond to big journalists like IGN and GameSpot and Konaku and all of them. It makes no sense.
That's a good point.
He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar.
Yeah.
He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar.
Overnight too.
Let me see if I can.
Overnight. So you told me, dude. You told me. So overnight, somebody responds to that.
And then to be an insider, why wasn't he the first one to report that Bluepoint was shutting down?
Exactly.
These guys would do anything.
Now you know everything. Once the news come out, now they know everything.
They want to be the savior in Sony.
No. What they're trying to do is
this is what they do. They do.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is
so I'm trying to
blaming on her. Yeah.
See here.
Yeah, run that thing through ChatGPT. We need a summary We need a recap, man. We ain't reading all that.
Yeah, so I'm putting in the chat GPT here. Oh god. Let me see here. So let me put summarize the following.
And it's the same talking points. We'll have to argue down on Z show.
So, summarize the main points. Summarize the main points. Right. So let's see here. Control V. Okay. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Continue. Oh, why they keep asking me to pay? You have to pay now for ChatGPT?
Nah, they got free ChatGPT. Now, if you're uploading something, you might have to pay. But nah, just to ask it to summarize, they shouldn't be charging you.
Yeah, they shouldn't charge me for this, man. Come on, man.
What, really? Try do Gemini or Copilot. Those should be free.
Okay, let me do Gemini. So I mean, I am very much optimistic for Asha. I really want to see what she would do. But I know a lot of persons, they are skeptical because they would have been burned a lot, according to them. But I mean, I'm ready for Asha, man. I'm ready for Asha. You know, I'm really ready for Asha. Please. All right. Summarize. Summarize the main points. All right, we're doing it live. We're doing it live, guys. Let's see.
Doing it live. Fingers crossed.
Oh Lord, that's one.
Charge you too?
I think they want me to install. No, they want me to choose my They want me. What is this? Gemini is doing the same thing. Come on, Gemini, summarize this for me here, man. All right, so Gemini is doing it. Okay, let me see if I could share it here. Let me see if I could share it here. Gemini. Okay, let's see. Right, so it's saying here, based on your communication with two former Blueprint employees, here is a summary of the main points. Cancel God of War live service game. Bluepoint's main project was a God of War live service game, which they pitched to Sony. The project was ultimately cancelled by PlayStation after the studio missed multiple deadlines, with employees feeling it was beyond their normal scope of bandwidth. No greenlit projects at closure. So, contrary to some reports, the studio had no approval of all funding projects at the time it was closed. They had pitched 4 different projects to PlayStation, including 2 single-player remakes, all of which were rejected. What is this? Deteriorating studio atmosphere. Morales declined significantly after the God of War project was cancelled and worsened as subsequent projects pitched were turned down. This led to some staff departure even before the studio's closure. Inevitable closure, the employees felt that after multiple rejections, it was only a matter of time before the studio would be shut down. Inconsistent employee support. Experiences with post-closure support from PlayStation were mixed. One employee was offered job opportunities within the company while the other was not. Border industry concerns. One source indicates a belief that more studio closures or staff reductions within PlayStation are likely in the near future. So this is what Detective Steve is saying here, basically summarizing all this long paragraph here. But yeah, Noah, this is what he said. You believe him now, Noah?
No. Do I believe some of the things he said? Like some studios will close down in the future. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean anybody can guess that, bro. Like
Yeah.
if you really think about the studios they've acquired and how many they have and putting out anything, it's a lot of studios that fall in the same boat as Bluepoint. So I mean, for somebody to make up and lie, make up that they called every single employee that works at Bluepoint
Yeah, that's
and
sketchy. That's
then two
sketchy. Yeah.
and
That's
two
sketchy.
responded back. And
But
contrary to what everybody else was reporting, so he got the inside. Not Jason Schreier, not the people that have
no,
been
no.
reporting news for the last decade, but he got the inside.
It's a sickness. It's a sickness,
And
Noah. That's the
yeah,
only way I
like
can describe it. But
yeah,
again, guys, let me just say shout out to Noah. I know he had to leave. Shout out to Game Trailers. So both Mello, and also Game Trailers, they all have YouTube channels. Guys, go and support them. If you guys support in the chat, persons could come and subscribe. But
really
let me just
appreciate
say
it.
thanks to everyone coming and locking in with us tonight. Thanks again to the chat. You guys kept the chat lively. Thanks again to Bounty for that 10 gifted. Thank you to Professor Strong, really great comment. Josh, Pelum, all these guys supported tonight. But let me just say, just to end it off, I am with Sharma because at the end of the day, hey! Yeah, buddy.
Where you get that from, man? Hey man,
Man,
thank God
Pastor
you.
got
Hey
Pastor
man,
got all of it. He got everything.
Yeah, man.
hey,
I
yeah,
remember that, man.
thank God you black man. You was a white dude, man. They call you racist.
Listen to me. This is a song. This is a song from my country, and there is a person who basically sang about someone named Sharma. So right as soon as I heard the name Sharma, I said, "Boom shot." Hey, I know about Sharma. This is Sharma. So guys, thank you guys for rocking on once again. You guys, tomorrow is work. You guys be safe at work. I know it's Monday. A lot of us getting Monday blues, but don't worry. Take it easy, one step at a time. Again, guys, don't forget to put God first and put mankind after. Guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.